Hey, Ed. Hey, Gary, Sergeant Blaze, Daniel. What's up? Can y'all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. You can't hear me? All right. Well, I wasn't going to go live today, but it's almost 12. I got 2 hours of just sitting here doing absolutely nothing. So I have to sit here for 2 hours. And what's kind of messed up is this parade, this is it. Like, we're not pulling this again next year, because the organizer has pissed off so many of our guys, and the people riding on the floats are such assholes. We just said we ain't pulling this next year. I mean, I ain't never seen nothing like it, man. Dude, I ain't never had people be so rude in all my years of pulling Mardi Gras. This is crazy. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. At this point, I'm ready to just get this shit over with. I'm ready to go to the house. So we got Bob, Daniel, Rubicon. What's up, buddy? So yeah, we just sitting here on the road, man. Not doing shit. Waiting on this parade to start. You enjoying the day not being at work? I heard that, bro. That's what's up. Here, I can give you a look at what I'm looking at. So this is what I'm looking at. That's my brother in his TRX up there in the front, the orange truck. Well, here I can zoom in a little bit. Like that's my brother's TRX right there, and that's the float he's pulling. And then we got and then I've got one float behind me, behind my float. So we're the tail end of this parade, pretty much. I'm the second to last float in this parade. You from Russia? Damn, that's what's up, bro. You at the gay parade? No, I ain't at no gay parade. Why I gotta be gay? That's pretty presumptuous. The beard is glorious. Thank you, appreciate it. You in the F-150, man? I don't drive no Ford, bro. Come on now, you know I don't drive no Ford. Shit floats, yeah, some of them are. 3 basketball games. All right, Mike. Well, hey, thanks for swinging by. Appreciate you. Yeah, I woke up with a little bit better attitude, so. He leads the gay parade yearly. Well, you guess what you got, bro? You got 24 hours. Think about your life choices. I'm not necessarily Mopar all the way, but I am Mopar right now because I drive one. No, I drive a a Ram 2500 with the old Cummins Blocka. Yeah, as long as you got a Denali 3500 that actually has a real Aisin transmission. You know what I'm saying? As long as you had a real, or what am I saying, Aisin? I mean, Allison. I don't know why I said Aisin. As long as you have a real Allison transmission. It turned out to be hotter today than we thought. My beard, a lot of parts of my beard is not gray, bro. It's straight up white. My wife asked me to dye it. I said, I ain't dyeing that shit. I ain't got time to be doing all that. If you would have known this, you could have done a mobile unboxing. Okay, look. You may tell you what's messed up about that? I'm going to show y'all something. I got a box in the truck. So, I mean, technically, I could do an unboxing. It was just a box that I got Friday that I haven't brought in. I didn't bring it into the house last night. Man, I'm hoping that we were gonna move, because the parade, I think they said a parade was rolling at 12. Your disappointing tack pack will be here today. Yeah, well, I mean, I got my tack pack. It's right there in the floorboard.
What'd it be?
I'm talking to my people on the live stream.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've had more people come up to me just being rude. We got stuff you want to plastic.
Well, you've already seen what they did to me.
What?
They jerked my door open and said, hey.
Yeah. Man, these are, like I said, man, these are some rude people, man. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, I know. Tack Pack Live from Mardi Gras. That would be it. That would be a first. Hey, what's up, B-Dub? Hello, jackass. You come to the wrong place running your mouth like that. You better check your attitude, cuz. You know, I'm curious about something, right? I'm curious. How is it when I go live on my phone, we get all these new people, but when I go live from my computer, we don't get all these people? How does that work? Visit Colorado. Everyone here is nice. Just don't go to Denver. Yeah, man, Daniel, it's amazing to me. It's amazing to me, man, how people, you know, are just so rude, man, and entitled, you know? Because, like, this parade, you know, we pulling it for free. You know, we pull this parade for free. And normally, you know, an organization for a truck and a driver, you know, is $500, you know, to pull a parade. You know what I mean? And we all out here on Saturday, because I can tell you right now, I can think of 1,000 other things. Hang on. DZ, I'm gonna fix you up, buddy. I'm gonna fix you up real quick. I'm gonna send you to the upper room to think about your life decisions. Oh shit, Ed already got him. I was trying to get him too. Do they feed y'all? No, they don't feed us. Great beard, appreciate it, thank you. Peanut Festival in Dothan. Yeah, we both got him, Ed. I don't know why people got to come in here being assholes. You got a miserable life if the best thing you got is to come in a live stream and show your rear end. And I don't know why these people are jumping up and down on the flute. Yeah, Ed's fast. No, okay, so here's how the float situation works. All right, there's a lot of Mardi Gras organizations in Mobile. All right, like for example, the Condi Cavaliers. All the floats that we picked up this morning, okay, were from the Condi Cavaliers float barn. So it's their floats. But see, not every organization has their own floats. So the organizations that do have floats will rent the floats to other organizations so they can use them. And right now, and I could be wrong, but I believe the Condis rents their floats out more than any other organization. So right now we have 10. We have 10 of their floats. So sometimes, yes, to answer your question, you can pull the same float. Most of the times it don't work out that way, because we just get the floats as they come out of the barn and we hook up to them and go. But sometimes, there are people on the floats that want you to pull their float. So whenever that happens, we will kind of look to see what floats what, because the floats got numbers on them. And if someone requests, somebody, like they want, somebody specific to pull their float, we try to make that happen. Sometimes we can't, but we try. Oh, so the vertical lives have more monetization options? Really? That's crazy. That is crazy. What's up, Donald? It's your brother's birthday. Can you say happy birthday to Gabe Owners? Really? Is that really the dude's name? Who is that? Ava Perry? Gabe? I'll just say happy birthday to Gabe. How about that? That's the best I can do for you. Well, see, the bad thing about it with these organizations, right, is, now what is this cop doing? What is this cop doing? Yo, cuz, what are you doing? Don't leave your car right there, buddy. I gotta get this float. I'm gonna clip the front of your car. What are you doing? Oh, this is some young guy too. Oh, he's directing traffic. Oh my God, look at all these people. Okay, here's another messed up thing. Right? All right, here, check this out. You see all these cars turning in front of me? And that cop sitting there? Because over there, over that way, is where people park to load for the cruise ship terminal. So they put, all the floats have to be right here. And because like right now, around the corner, there's already another parade that's lined up over there. So we're behind, behind them. So we're so far back that, they still got to load the cruise ship terminal. So in other words, man, this is a cluster. This is just a big old mess. Do you think fish see water? No. I mean, let me ask you a question, Joe. Do you see air? If you can answer that question, then you just answered the question about fish. What is it about these weirdo people coming up in here, bro? This is crazy. Now, it's people getting on the cruise ship. Because we also got a cruise ship port that's literally right over there. So the planets and the stars lined up that right now they're trying to load a cruise ship right now while all this BS is going on. So it just creates a bunch of logistical nightmare problems. It ain't no thing, though. But one thing I can tell all of you guys for sure right now, I am ready to get this day over with. I can't wait till I'm back at the float barn and I'm dropping this float and heading home. Oh, so they're racing in Daytona this weekend? Hypernova Steve, what's up? My day is going all right. Hey, Joe, think about your life choices. Oh, the Daytona 500's tomorrow? Pat's Adderall teeth. What the crap? What is it? What is this, man? This is why, look, bro, this is why I want to do long form content. Because if the people that have come in here saying all this weirdo shit is representative of the people that watch short form content, I can't do it, man. I can't mess with all these weirdo people. Daniel, you are still stuck in the hotel in Tuscaloosa. Are you serious? You might as well start renting a hotel room, dude. Or renting a apartment. The Ham Fest is in Orlando now? Really? Well, the Snowbird RC race is going on. I think it's still going on in Orlando at the Orlando and the Orange County Convention Center. It's a big it's a big indoor RC race. It's a yearly thing. Because we got a couple guys from our track that race at our track that went down there, and they're staying down there and racing. What is your favorite USA made knife? Dude, that's a hard question. Because when you say USA made, are you talking about a USA brand? Because tons of USA knives use imported steel. You know, they get the knives might be from a United States company, but the knives are made in China. So are you talking about a strictly USA made knife from a USA made company, or from a USA company? Because to be honest with you, I don't know. I really don't know, to be honest with you. Because most all the knives that I've got that I use, they're all, you know, the steel comes from China. I didn't find the Bandit sticker, man. And to be honest with you, last night when I shut the live stream down last night, I turned everything off and I went to the bedroom. All right, Blaze. Thank you for stopping by, buddy. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, man. There are some like custom knife makers in the US that, you know, I would love to buy a knife from. What is that website? I always get emails from them. It's from like, is it like Knife Connection or something? I can't remember. But anyway, it's a website that they've got a ton of like, you know, smaller shops that hand make their knives. Only problem is the knives are very expensive. Like, you know, a typical, you know, say 7 to 8 inch, you know, fixed blade will run you upwards of $300 to $600. You know what I mean? And I don't have money like that. I'll stick with my Civivi knives. My Civivi knives. There are some fully 100% American knives out there, but generally they come from smaller, you know, makers and stuff. So sad I missed the live last night. Well, you can always go back and watch it, Ed. Do you use the bougie knives or just collect them? Which knives do I have are bougie? That's my question. What knives have I shown you guys that do you think are bougie? Now, what is this? What do these guys want? What are these guys doing? Well, you know, now that you say that, Gary, that's good looking out. Buck knives, I believe the buck knives are made in the USA, aren't they? Or are they imported? Because my custom Buck 110 that has the MagnaCut blade, I love that knife. I absolutely love that knife. Well, see, here's the problem, B-Dub. You can say bougie knife, is just being like expensive, or like the way it's made? Like, does it have a bunch of bullshit on it? You know what I mean? Because there are a lot of knives that are made like in the US from smaller makers that, you know, like I said, the knives are, you know, $300 and up. And I don't know if I would consider those knives to be bougie per se. They're pricey, but they're not mass produced. You know, they are individually made, handmade knives. They're just not mass produced. So, you know, I mean, if I had the money, you know, like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, if I had the money, there's a lot of custom knives that I would buy that are made in the USA, you know, with, you know, steel that comes from, and that's another thing, you know, is where they also buy their steel from. So, you know, but there's a lot of nice knives out there. Well, Home and Forge, how much do you get? Okay, wait a minute. Home and Forge is in here. So he makes knives. So tell me, how much would you charge for, say, a 7-inch fixed blade with, you know, nothing, you know, overly complicated or fancy, but let's say you had some cool nickel pieces on it. I mean, how much would you charge? Like, what's your price? Where does the price range fall for something like that? Dude, I want one of the Deuce 2s from what's that website? Is it Zombie Tools or whatever? Because they custom make their stuff, and they make a lot of their stuff out of 1095. Well, Daniel, a lot of people, a lot of these knife makers, like, we've got some guys across the bay that, you know, they got their own, you know, setup, and they make their own knives and stuff. And yeah, they are kind of, you know, they're particular, you know, with where they get their steel from. $150 plus any additional pricing materials? Really? Well, Home and Forge, what are you using just regular 1095? Or can you get different mixes? Can you get different alloys? Can you get like Magna Cut and all that kind of shit? Marathon Custom Knives is the only custom knife that is worth a shit. You get your steel from New Jersey, Steel Baron, or Pop's Knife Supply. Okay, so you're not set up for the super steel. Okay, I got you. You gotta level up your shop, yo. Well, hey, I done told Home and Forge, man. If he makes me a knife, I'll buy it from him. He just needs to tell me what he's gonna make and how much it costs, and I'll buy it from him. Because to be 100% honest with you, dude, I would love to have a knife made from a channel member. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would love to have a knife made by one of you guys. That'd be awesome. Willie Dildo. What a name. Bro. How did you know the funny thing about that? How do you create that name? Like, how was that the name that you wanted to have? Willie Dildo. I'll make you something in AEBL stainless if you promise not to do any forged and fire torture stuff. No. I don't torture my knives, dude. No, I don't like torture testing knives. Hey man, I might be able to 3D print me a knife. You know, I'm part of that 3D printing that 3D printing community now, I guess. Well, I've done told Home and Forge that if he would make me a cool knife, okay, if he make me a cool knife, give me a price and send it to me, that I'd buy it. I ain't trying to mooch off of him, but I'll pay him for the knife. But if he sent me a knife, dude, I will pimp it on my channel. You know, I've looked. Man, these people trying to tear the float up. These people ain't, and these are adults, man. That's the sad part, man. These are adults, man, acting like little kids. Like, bro, act like you got some sense, man. But anyway, yeah, I would love to be able to go to one of these importers, you know, where you can do like custom knives or whatever. And I'd like to make like some kind of knife series, you know, based off of, you know, like my channel or me or whatever. I thought that would be a cool idea. My sound's going in and out. Well, that's going to be the internet or the phone. So I can't control that. Microtech's expensive, yo. So you bought Mama Wolf an engraved Microtech for Valentine's Day last year. This year I just bought some steak. Ain't nothing wrong with that. McNeese Knives in Vernon, Alabama. Really? You got some moonshine, some peach moonshine? I got some Everclear. Does that count? You have a plush girlfriend? Well, guess what else you got? Guess what else you got? You got timed out for 24 hours. Go have fun with your plush girlfriend. Uh-oh. Am I finally getting Home and Forge on, are we going to get on the same page? Home and Forge, don't tease me with a good time now. I'm just telling you. Poopy fart. Let me ask you something. Poopy. What went through your mind when you made that name? Like, how did you, when you got to the screen where Google told you, what do you want your name to be? You said Poopy Fard. How does that happen? How does that happen? Yeah, I banned him. I gave him 24 hours to be with his blow-up doll. To be honest with you, that's the only entertainment I get out of doing these lives, is I get to ban people. It's the same watch I'm always wearing. It's my Garmin Tactics Delta Solar. All right, Moonshine, everything you just said, all that sounds expensive. This is your other account? Okay, well, if Poopy Fart is your other account, I'd hate to ask what your other account is. I mean, what's your other account? Shit stain? Bro, that was mean. All I was doing was telling you something and you banned me for 24 hours? Well, guess what? Guess what? Now you got another 24 hours. How you like that? Now you got another 24 hours. I give out 24 hours all day long, and I'll roast you on the way out. That's your choice. I mean, if you want me to roast you, make fun of you, and then give you 24 hours, go ahead and run your mouth. Don't make me no different. I can't believe it. We're actually moving. I'm gonna let y'all see. Come on, we need everybody to start moving. Now, I'm not playing music on this parade. So if you guys want me to keep the live stream going, I'll keep the live stream going through the whole parade if y'all want. If y'all want to just put it on and, like, you know, look at the parade and everything. All right, man, we rolling, bro. Now, technically, this is just a tease because we're not going that far. We're just moving up a little bit. So yeah, this is where they're doing all that construction for our new, like, whatever, civic center or ice rink or whatever the crap. Yeah, Daniel, his truck is really nice. Now that truck, that's a TRX. It's a nice truck. Oh yeah. All these cops, man, they collecting a lot of overtime. Because this right here, this is an all-day ordeal. Man, we can't believe it actually going up a little more. We are moving. Not a lot, but we're moving a little bit. Yeah, there's you can see out there in the distance the RSA towers. That's right there in downtown Mobile, right by the water. Why do they have a ball hitch on the back of the float? Because at night, like, we don't use them today. But here. You see that hitch right there? That right there, you see that interface panel? That's for a generator, because the floats have lights. You know, they have lights and everything on them. So the majority of the parades, with the exception of the ones that are on the weekends, because on the weekends for 2 weeks, the parades roll literally all day. Like the parades today started at noon. So we have a parade that's already going right now, and the parades today will roll. There was one at 12, one at 1, and one at 2 or 2:30, which is ours. And then there's one at 4, and then there's 6:30, 7:30. So there's parades all day today. And there'll be the same tomorrow. There'll be a lot of parades tomorrow. So Saturday and Sundays is hectic. And the parades are during the day. So like right now, there's nothing hooked up to the float because it's daytime. So you don't need the lights and everything. But when we're pulling a normal parade during the week, the earliest parade during the week rolls at 6:30 p.m. So it's dark here. It's already dark. So they have generators on little dollies that they hook to it, and they crank them up, and they plug them into that little breaker panel. And then there's receptacles all over the float, and there's lights and all that crap. So, but that's only for the parades rolling at night. But since I'm not jamming out music, you know, if you guys wanna see the crowd and see what it looks like, you know, pulling, I can leave the live stream going and I can just point it, you know, to the side of the truck. You know, if y'all wanna ride with me, you know, in the parade, you know, y'all can. I will take y'all with me, bro. All right, let's see. Is there anybody getting reckless up in here? Nah, Dodge ain't gonna break down, man. No, we don't deal with the shit buckets. That's the parade. That's the Mardi Gras organization. They deal with all that. The only thing that we do, we back our truck up to the float, we hook up to it, and we pull it. That's the only thing we do. We don't do nothing else. That's the only thing that we do. Hey, what's up, Mason? All right, we are moving though. Who's Kitty? Who's that? Well, for better or worse, we're still rolling a little bit, but it's gonna stop, because like I said, our parade don't roll for another hour and a half at least. So we just creeping. So yeah, we just creeping along right now, waiting to get to where we gotta stop again. I say this chick ain't paying attention, man. I'm about to get her in this tree. But yeah, you can see the floats up there in the distance going around the corner. Making that right hand turn up there. Matter of fact, we shouldn't be going too much further. Like we ought to be slowing down to stop again here in just a second. Boy, I'm gonna tell you something, man. It would be awesome if they let us roll early. Woo! I would love that. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I know that's not gonna be the case. So there's some craziness going on right there. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to make the turn before we stop. Will I get lucky and will I get to make this turn right here? Will I get to make the turn? I don't think I will. Oh no, I might get lucky. Because this is a hard turn with these floats. And no, we're stopping. Poo-poo. Or maybe I am going to be able to make the turn. All right, I lied to y'all. I'm going to be able to make the turn. Hot dog. All right, well, I made the turn. So that's something. Oh, I'm definitely not getting it worse, Daniel. I'm in the truck with the AC going. They on the float out there in the sunlight. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm confused right now because I thought we would be stopping by now. Or wait a minute, are they stopping now? Yeah, they're stopping now. All right. Boy, nothing would have made me happier, man, if we would have kept rolling and got on the parade route. Boy, you just have no idea. That would have made me so happy. But it looks like this is as far as we are going. Or maybe not. Maybe we're going up a little bit more. Nah, we're going up a little bit more. Trying to give y'all a shot at the side over there so y'all can see the crowd because we're getting close to where there's going to start being people, because you can see right here, you can see the floats down there in the distance. This is where the parade, like when we get up here to this intersect, we take a left. That's physically where the parade route starts. So technically what's going on right now is the parade, like this is technically not the parade yet. But the people come here, you see all the people here on the side, they know that this is where the floats, are kind of staged while they're waiting to get on the route. And the people are so antsy to throw stuff. So people come over here, to avoid the big crowds physically on the parade route. So you can see we'll have some people and be some kids and everybody out here, having a good time, man. Catching a bunch of catching a bunch of bullshit. And you know how the best way to enjoy Mardi Gras, if you're going to actually be down in it, is right here in the seat of this truck. Because you're in the AC, you're sitting on your ass, and you get to actually ride the whole parade route. And I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. We are actually rolling onto the route. I cannot believe it. That's great. That's awesome. That means we're gonna be out here earlier than I thought. All right. Well, I'm gonna let the live stream keep going because we are actually getting on the parade route. So see down there, you'll see a vehicle go across right there in between. There's a road right up there where that stop sign is. That's the actual parade route. That's where the parade route physically starts. And I saw one of our floats make the corner. So that means they're go ahead and they're letting us roll. Woo! So I ain't mad at them. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys just ride with me, man. How many parades all still throw stuff? All of them do. Yeah, all these parades throw. They all throw stuff. Yeah, man, I got a rock chip in my windshield. Right there. I need to have it filled. But yeah, you about to see the you about to be in the parade, bro. So all y'all buckle up. Y'all about to be in the parade. So after this, y'all all be able to say that y'all physically rode in a Mardi Gras parade. Yeah, you can see the float up there turning. You waving, Gary? That's what's up. Yeah, once we get up here, you'll see a lot more people. Come on, man, why we stop? Oh, they gotta let the horses go. Alright. So we're gonna be behind all the horses. Rage bait them, Ed. Rage bait them. Oh, you used to ride the fire truck? Yeah, we got a fire truck that's behind the float that's behind me. They got a fire engine back there. Hey, you can see there. You can see there the float making the turn. Man, they putting a lot of stuff in between the floats, man. Well, they got the Channel 5 news people and some cars. Gonna have pizza for Valentine's Day, ain't nothing wrong with that. Nah, there are no fancy semis, unfortunately. Oh, they gonna stop me. They gonna stop me to let all these cars in front of me. I can feel it already. They gonna do me dirty, watch. They got this chick right here. You can see right there, this chick hanging out in this car, out the sunroof of this car. I guarantee you they're going to put her in front of me. I guarantee it. But you can see all the people. See, then this chick here going to tell me, no, you got to wait. See, they trying to figure out what's going on. And there's, I don't know what, Miss Mobile Bay Teen. All right, that's apparently who that is. That's Miss Teen Mobile, I guess. And then, I don't know what the crap this is. Keystone Cops Paddy Wagon. Oh, they gonna let this guy go too? Now see, if I'd been playing my music, this guy right here, this guy right here, he'd have been mad. Yeah, he'd have been mad if I'd been playing my music. All right, come on, let me go, man, let me go. Thank you. All right, here's the first turn. Now this is actually the parade route. So welcome to Mardi Gras, because we're officially now on the parade route. Yeah, I know, man. I'm behind the beauty queen, man.
The round building.
Well, I mean that round building that you saw, that's, believe it or not, that's the Holiday Inn. That's the Holiday Inn in downtown Mobile. Yeah, it looked like a beehive. You know, the one thing I will say is the crowd looks pretty healthy. Like there's a pretty good amount of people out, because this route takes about an hour and 20 minutes to run. So there's going to be, you know, an hour and a half of this. So